Hey everyone, welcome to the Trader's Gap. So, just want to introduce quickly about myself. I have been trading for the past 4 years now. I started mainly with stocks at the first year, and later on I got introduced to FX. So it's been more than 3 years. It's roughly around 3.5, 3.5. I focus purely on technical analysis. I'm quite a combination of discretionary trader and a mechanical trader, so I have a framework that I follow consistently, and I base my decision on like where the price is at and how to be aggressive and conservative based on my own intuition and experience. So there is like 30% discretionary involved as well in my strategy. I really love the data collection, so I normally refine my strategy based on the data only itself. So I don't think we can have that intuition until and unless the intuition has been proved to be right over the long period of time, right? So yeah, if I find the common patterns, I don't immediately implement that in my trading plan, but I really collect the data and see if that's going to be providing the better results in upcoming trades, right? I trade pairs like euro dollar, pound dollar, Aussie dollar at the moment. I do look onto the other pairs as well, but I mainly focus on these three pairs at the moment. So I mainly use smart money concepts combined with my own experience from the past strategies as well. So yeah, basic like supply and demand, liquidity. Mainly I focus on the market structure as well, and I use premium versus discount too. Yeah, it's mainly is SMC, right? So the reason I started this channel is to, of course, document my journey and track my progress along the way, and share the insights with the other traders like you as well. Every weekend I'm planning to post a video reviewing the previous last week price action. So to see and compare the backtesting performance with my actual live results to find that gap where I'm lacking or where I can improve on. So that is why the name is called the trading's gap, just to find that difference in between backtesting results with the live results and how can we improve on coming days, right? Yeah, the goal of the channel is to just improve my trading, help others learn and bridge the traders gap between intermediate and professional traders. So yeah, if you enjoy the market breakdowns and price action insights, make sure to like, subscribe and drop a comment below. So let's jump into the euro dollar backtest last week price action, right? Okay. So yeah, I just daily and 4 hour is my high time frames. My medium time frame is the 1 hour, and my execution time frame is M15. So looking at the daily time frame, as we know, just if we zoom out, we can just understand what's the weekly chart is doing, right? So this is the recent breakup structure. We had this move, and now we had this move. So now we are in this pullback phase of this whole leg, and now we are in the premium. We have some major buy side liquidities from here, so anytime we can see that move, but in order for us to expect this move, we should have a structural confirmation yet. So clearly this has been respecting, demand has not failed yet. So until and unless we don't see the weakness in demand or demand fail like this, I can't expect price is pulling back, right? So yeah, it looks like this is holding the price at the moment, and now it's making all the way up to take out this high. Let's see how it develops. So that's the daily. Main idea is just to follow the bullish order flow if it presents on the 1 hour and the 4 hour, because we don't have that significant confirmation yet to confirm the internal pullback. So going on the 4 hour time frame, what do we have is same. We're clean bullish. We're starting to see that that bearish pressure coming in, right? But the lows has been protected. It has not failed yet. So until and unless we are seeing this kind of higher lows and higher highs, I will just keep following, because that's the overall main plan, right? Why to fight the trend. So last week we came back all the way to the discount and mitigated some of this demand and had this 4 hour change of character here, and that means once we had that, we understand that this is weak. So after that we got the shock whole game plan was to just to continue looking for longs and just long, and don't think of the short sales by being aggressive, right? Yeah. So coming into the session on Monday, I was mainly focusing on price to come back into this demand and play long. So we do have selling opportunity here as well if we get the confirmation, but that's going to be just a temporary sell before the buy, right? Because we understand if we keep looking for sell from here, I'm playing the objective of this leg, right? Because this is still protected and price will come back here, and once we got that shift, this is the type of trade that I want to follow. Because why? If I get long here, what do I understand? This is weak, and main game plan is just to follow the continue, just order flow up to run the weak high. And from the 1 hour perspective as well, just quickly got the breakup structure. We got the internal pullback right here. So this is the internal breakup structure. Yes, this is technically protected because it has not closed above, but coming from the discount and extreme of this 4 hour internal leg, I'm kind of seeing this as my main internal price action now. So my expectation is to run the weak high. So we have these all buy side liquidities shooting above the highs. So we have been forming this kind of higher and higher lows. Main game plan is just to capture the higher lows and then go higher, right? The main reason for me this area is it may not hold and may not make a higher high is that because of these liquidities, which is very clean on the 4 hour as well. So this can be act as an inducement to mitigate much deeper into the hair and then head higher, because normally the higher low forms after the sweep. For example, here, see, it has swept. Normally we get the sweep, we swept here as well. It's a weak, but yeah, normally that happens because in order to form the higher low, it has to backed by the large volumes and everything. So they wants to make that significant move. For example, here, push up, push down, corrective, push up, pull back, corrective, and then push up again. So up, yeah. Now for me this demand is not that great, just because we can easily come back down into the 4 hour demand here. So I was not really focusing on this price minute. So I was just hoping for price to come back here. And if we see, so this was all our session, right? Okay, so after we got that chalk, we knew that the high is weak. So this is the change of character for me. And playing long after this shift do make sense, because what do we have here? Now we have equal highs to target, and we also know that based on the 4 hour, this high is weak. So playing long makes sense with expectation of the 4 hour and the 1 hour, also from the daily, because we don't have any structural confirmation for the pullback, right? So all systems go, and just play long from here. I was just waiting for mitigation in this one, so I was looking to see to go this one for my entry, but it did not pull back and it just went up. So now what do we got? We got 1 hour internal breakup structure. We know that this is weak, right? So main expectation is to just run this high and just follow the order flow, right? Okay, so it took out the high without mitigation. So main game plan is to just to follow the order flow, and I'm just waiting for this mitigation. So at this point, we are pulling back very impulsively. So that's not how it forms. Normally when we got that impulsive move to the upside, we normally pulls back very correctively and then make another impulse move. So the way it's moving like this. It looks like it wants to take this weak this liquidity before heading high, because normally it just doesn't go like that in this V-shaped move, right? It has to have that liquidity in front of it. It doesn't have that. There is no inducement, so that is why this makes low probability. Anyway, also from the 4 hour perspective, what do we have? So after the 4 hour breakup structure, we are expecting a pullback, right? So normally if we get the breakup structure, we expect a pullback, and and this is the demand I'm expecting for price to come back here. So for me, I can consider looking for sales up to here because we're in the premium, and my primary expectation is for price to come back down here into the discount, give us a shift on the 1 hour, and then get involved in the long with expectation to run the high, just like we did here. After we got the shift, we're very interested in looking for long here and just try to capture the long and to run the high. Same thing goes here as well. Yeah, so I'm not that aggressive now in terms of long. Just gonna wait for a very conservative model, which is price come back down, give us that strong low, and once we get that liquidated, I'm just gonna place my buy stop order here. So that's a bit of more confirmation when the trade idea is not that clean, right? Okay, let's see. So we disrespected the demand, so there is no any trade for me. So once we got that demand fill, I don't really get involved in the trade, so that is done for me. So price action doesn't look much clean now, right? So my expectation is to price to come back into this demand before making any price higher. Anyway, so we just swept this low. Now sweep this low. If we get the proper shift on the 1 hour, I just will get involved in the trade because we're still pro internal. So once I got that kind of move to the upside, it's like, since this POI was very low probability because of no inducement, now it has used this as an inducement itself and mitigated much deeper into this 4 hour range. There is a demand range as well. Yes, we can play the sells from here, but now it's low probability. Why? Because now we are coming after the sweep. So that means there is a confluence for the bullish move because we have used this liquidity to push the price higher. So that means now I can clearly see that there is this kind of pattern going up, right? See, pushed up, push down, push up. So now I'm interested in longs. So let's see to get the entry model. Yeah, so we did on ticket, I think. So now this is agent session. I don't trade agent session. Let's skip forward. Right, let's go to London. So in London, yeah, we just completely disrupted the POI. There was no any opportunity involved for me. As we were forecasting, we came into this demand where we expect that higher low to form, right? For another leg. We swept this one, but it's not that convincing because we can see that we have clean inducement just in front of this POI. So for me, I'm weighing more importance on this one. And when price action is very impulsive, I just rather wait and not force any bias, right? So yeah, let's see what the New York brings. It did mitigate it here. There is nothing for me yet. I'm kind of expecting that a shift for the longs, right? Just to play the long from here, from this demand, which we don't have yet. So we're kind of making impulsive move to the downside correction, and then impulse, I think it looks like we're just gonna attack these lows to mitigate much deeper into this demand. Let's see. So for me, playing sells do make sense at this stage because this POI has formed through sweep, right? Yeah, so as soon as we got that break here, as soon as we got that break, we did not eventually pull back, right? I was waiting for this high to go because this is one of the entry model that I use, which we never got liquidated, so there was no any opportunity for me and it just went. It would be really awesome if we had, just give me a second, if we had that move to the upside and then go, but it did not. So yeah, it is what it is. So that's the end of the New York session. So I don't trade New York LUL. let's focus. So main reason, main negative confluence for getting long is that we have this lots of liquidities generating below, which price may wants to attack before making any bullish move to the upside. Yeah, so now this is completely unmitigated. We have clean inducement just in front of it, so this makes this POI a bit high probability. Right, so this is New York low. Let's go into the next day, which is Wednesday. All right. Okay. We are still protected. As we understand that, as we said that this was very low probability POI, and we get liquidated as well. So that is liquidity 4 hour now. So what happened here on the 4 hour was, once we got that breakup structure, we pulled back, right? We had this clean demand. We swept the liquidity normally after we swept the sell side liquidity, because now we can clearly explain that it doesn't have to come back into the extreme, right? Once we swept this kind of liquidity, and if we get that shift, see, now we have that shift, that means the high is weak now. It does not have to come back into this demand, because sometimes the sell side liquidity can be enough to fuel the move to the upside and attack these highs. So after that sell side liquidity sweep, we got that 4 hour change of character, which signals that end of the pullback, and now we can definitely look for longs as well. Yeah, okay. Oh, sorry, we don't have that 4 hour change of character, so still supply is in control, right? Because we have that minor supply on the 4 hour, which is still in control. So yeah, still sells are valid, but there is a risk now to trade against this sell side liquidity sweep, because anytime we can see that kind of move, because especially with these equal highs to target, right? So yeah, let's see. Yeah, mainly I'm just focusing on the clear move. So if I seek some kind of confirmation here on the 1 hour, I'll play along with expectation to run the highs, because we already pulled back into the discount, swept major sell side liquidities. If we get nice confirmation, I'll play the long, but there is a confluence for the sells as well, because now we are just trading with this move. See, this is the leg, this is the internal. So internally we are still protected, and we have not failed the supply yet. So it's a bit 50-50 for me. So in this situation, I just wait for extra confirmation. We did not get any confirmation, right? So yeah, we made this move to the upside, side to the downside. So now we are into this POI. So this is the last area where we can get that shift, or where we can anticipate that shift in order for us to play the long, because where are we? If we go on the 4 hour time frame, this is the protected that led to the breakup structure. We pull back. Yes, still supply is in control, but we can be a little bit more ambitious, and if we form 1 hour higher lows and higher highs, we can capture this with the expectation to run this high, because we already pulled back into the extreme. Now objective is to run the weak high if we get the confirmation on the 1 hour. So yeah, even though we are still internally bearish, I will expect for price to come back. I will expect that bullish move with the expectation of the 4 hour objective. So yeah, let's see what it brings. That's London on Thursday. We do not have the confirmation, and this now failed. So this has failed. Now my main focus is to play the sells now. Why? Because there is not much left. See, this is already mitigated, this is already mitigated, there is not much left. So with this impulsive nature from the 4 hour and from the daily as well, right? See how impulsive the price is after sweeping this liquidity on the top. Now most likely we're just gonna see this move, right? That playing the internal pullback off the daily, because on the daily we are way in the premium, swept major liquidities, bullish are not that strong as they were before, Now sellers are in control. Let's see if we can get this move. But focusing on the 4-hour price action, yeah, we don't have anything much left. So my main focus is to play the sells now. So for sells, I need to see the high probability POI. This is not the high probability POI for me because it didn't swap liquidity. It doesn't have any inducement. Yeah, it's not in the premium because yeah, if it was right here with clean flip or in the swap liquidity, then yeah, I would consider. But this is not great for me. Anyway, yeah, let's just wait for the high probability POI to form. Yeah, so yeah, there was no any high probability POI, and this is also our outside session. So let's wait for the London session to come up. It's 7 a.m. 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is just Frankfurt Open, right? Now what do we have? We have this 1 hour shift, change of character. Oops. Here, since we are trading into this after we are trading after this liquidities for our strong liquidity sweep, this can make indeed another move, but we don't have that. We don't have that any relevant demand in this leg to have that move, since we're coming with this aggressive nature and we are in the premium of the daily, and it's suggesting that we can get this, definitely we can get that pullback. So yeah, I'm weighing more importance on the sell at the minute. If we see some kind of shift like this, then yeah, I'll try to play longs. I'll take the message from the market, but we don't have that yet. Yeah, okay, let me think. Okay, this was the demand that led to the change of character, right? Yeah, at this point it's kind of like 50-50 because now I'm playing within this leg. This is the high, this is the low. I'm playing within this leg. We are in the discount. I just don't want to play this the long as well from here. The reason is because we are heavily bearish. We sweep this liquidity. Yes, it's change of character, but this can be a liquidity sweep to go into the further leg, because what do we have here? We pull back, push down, push up, we push down. That means this low is weak, so it's 50-50, so I rather wait. After that, what do we have? We kind of swept this high again during London, and after that we do not have confirmation. So if we got that shift, then yeah, I'll definitely play the sells to target that week low. Now even better, the better is that we have liquidity to target, right? So yeah, let's just wait for the shift. Yep, we got the shift here, and with that shift I can now be aggressive on the sells to play this move. Let's see. Now at this point I'm just waiting for this high to go on M15. I just only use M15 when my intramodal is set up, so I just don't look M15 all the time because 1 hour is my main time frame. And yeah, as usual, it just went without me because I was just waiting for this high to go. Anyway, it is what it is. The idea played out, and we got another internal break of structure. So main game plan is to just follow the order flow, because we the daily is suggesting downside. We're way in the premium. There is not much significant area or demand that is here to stop the price. So it's a go time for sales. There is nothing on the 4 hour as well. Impulsive move on the 4 hour. So yeah. So this is end of the session now on Friday. So this could be the very good trade if we had pushed up and then pushed down, push up and then, but yeah, there was no any entry model for me because there was no any liquidation of this high. So yeah, finally we got that 4 hour breakup structure on the 4 hour, right? If we go on the 4 hour time frame, so what did we have? We have this very impulsive move to the upside, right? This demand, this low was protected because it led to the break of the high. Now this, we got this move leading to the breakup structure, so now this is the protected. So main game plan for coming week is to play the move for this whole daily impulsive leg. Either we can see further downside like this and then go, or we can expect for price to come back into this demand range of this internal, right? And then go to the higher. So let's just see how it brings. But if we keep forming the higher lower highs and lower low, I'll keep shelling, and if we suddenly shift, then I'll change my bias and look for longs. But now since we got the 4-hour swing breakup structure, any long can be just the pullback to head high, to head lower again. So yeah, that's my main forecast for the coming week. Let's see how it develops. Yeah, that's it for this week's backtest. Let me know in the comments if you trade euro dollar as well, and then we can interact. So tell me what your biggest lesson was. Yeah, so don't forget to subscribe for this weekly market breakdown that I release every weekend. Yeah, take care guys, have a good weekend.